Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Midcard Mess Podcast. I am your host, not one, not two, but all three faces of Jamal, and this is your wrestling news. Alright, peep it out, man. The Royal Rumble is tonight on freaking February the 1st. We made it a whole month. Congratulations, we made it a whole month here. Midcard Mess, 1 month. Non-stop. Let's go. We in it to win it. All right, so the Royal Rumble is tonight. There's so much that's gonna be happening. 2 Royal Rumble matches, 2 championship matches, and who knows, they might even throw another match here or there or whatever not. But I'm here to talk about Friday Night Smackdown, the go home show, which was actually quite well done. Like, progressing the stories into the Royal Rumble and everything like that. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and it's the most wonderful time of the year for me, because I don't be jacking Christmas and stuff like that, but this is my Christmas. This is my Super Bowl. This is my World Series. The road to WrestleMania, baby. Let's go. All right, so peep it out, man. Like, Joe Tessitore came out, and he tried to get an interview with Kevin Owens, who is about to challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship and a ladder match tonight. And then basically Owens just told Tessitore he doesn't jack him. He's like fuck you. I don't give a damn. You just want to you're kissing my ass because you want the narrative to be spread for Cody and Cody alone and stuff like that. So, but CM Punk came out, and then he basically apologized to Kevin Owens for looking past him, and he doesn't want to look past him, and he actually kind of wants to face him at WrestleMania. But at the same token, he's like, it's guaranteed that I'm going to win WrestleMania, and if you win the WWE Championship, then it's most likely going to be me and you at WrestleMania type stuff. But then he threatened to beat him up and shit, and Kevin Owens just walked away. The big takeaway here is that Kevin Owens did grab the Winged Eagle belt, and freaking he walked off with the Winged Eagle belt, so it's not on the rung. I don't know why they left the championship thing down on the rung. It just doesn't make sense. They could have left it up on top, and he could have tried to climb a ladder, and then somebody tried to take him down or whatever not. But look, I'm not the booker, okay? I'm just a fan at this point. I know I'm training to be a wrestler, but even if I was when I get there, I'm not the booker. I don't book the damn thing. I just do the damn thing, all right? So next they had a segment with Andrade and The Miz in the back, after The Miz said that he'll slap the fire out Andrade's ass. But then Andrade showed up and he's like, oh, word, that's how you feel? Let's squabble up then. What's good? And Nick Aldis set the match, Andrade versus Miz. That's going to happen. So Jimmy Uso and Carmelo Hayes. So with this match, it's the interesting thing here to see was Jimmy Uso tried to cut that type big promo before coming out, and Shinsuke Nakamura was lurking in the shadows looking at this man. But at the end of the day, that's another time. Who knows, that might be a WrestleMania moment for Jimmy Uso getting the United States Championship. Maybe a United States Championship match with Shinsuke Nakamura. That would be crazy. That would be great. But the story of this match is that Carmelo Hayes and Jimmy Uso have been barbing at each other for the past 3 weeks now, and they haven't really tried to catch the fade. They haven't really caught the fade. Last week they were supposed to have the match, but then Jimmy had the match with I forgot who he had the match with, but it was supposed to be him and Carmelo Hayes. It was Kevin Owens. It was Kevin Owens that Jimmy Uso had the match with. But they had to catch the fade tonight. Point blank is Jimmy Uso did what Carmelo Hayes tried to do, and that was cheat to win with the schoolboy roll up, and he held the tights for the victory. So Jimmy Uso, the veteran, beating the rookie, and I say that very loosely, Carmelo Hayes. Jackie Redmond then freaking narrated the 2025 edition of the Royal Rumble by the numbers. And, the by the numbers is always an interesting thing when it comes time to the Royal Rumble. Each one of them is different. If you look at all the by the numbers that they've had since they started doing by the numbers, it's really awesome and amazing that the type of stats and how the stats change all the time too, because like, the Royal Rumble's every freaking year. So like, you know what time it is. All right. So the WWE United States Women's Championship, Michin versus Chelsea Green. This was Michin's probably final chance to get the job done here. She's been chasing after the title for months, for weeks. She's wrestled in the tournament. She was the finalist in the tournament, and it's just been Chelsea Green versus Michin this whole time. It's classic WWE rinse and repeat, but at the same token, it's just like, this was supposed to be built up as the final time. Michin looked kind of nervous here during this match, and it looked like, Michin was going to actually win the match a couple times, and they actually had a decent match, but it all ended in for naught because, Chelsea Green freaking got herself disqualified by hitting her with the kendo stick, so they got to run the fade again. I thought that, like, if Michin definitively lost, then it would have been like, all right, let's get somebody new. But because this fade has to get caught, they got to run that shit back one more time. The interesting thing here is that you got Piper Niven and B-Fab on the side. Maybe a tag match got to happen. Maybe a fatal four-way. It's got to happen, so that way that can add a spice, some excitement over here. So, letting B-Fab and Piper Niven get an opportunity to probably win a championship here. So then we go to the back. Byron Saxton is with Naomi, and they said that, whoever won the Royal Rumble would, help the other, get, I don't know, their chemistry is growing, but it's still not there for me. Like, for me, personally me, I don't see the fucking chemistry, it's not like, I keep saying this every freaking day now, Bianca Belair and Jade had chemistry. Bianca Belair and Naomi, they're building chemistry. So I guess I gotta just let it cook for a little bit, but it just seems kind of bland to me when it pertains to their chemistry. Now, as a tag team, they're fantastic. They're doing good things, but I would still rather see, Jade Cargill in that position. And I still think that either Bianca Belair or Naomi is the one that attacked Jade. I just don't know which one it is. Somebody did it, They do a Charlotte Flair vignette. She's coming back for the Royal Rumble. There's 100% guaranteed that she's going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble match, so be on the lookout. She's on the chase for number 17. Yeah, she's on the chase for number 17 being the women's champion. She's already a 16-time champion right now, so that's kind of interesting. Damian Priest, he's on SmackDown now. He cut a promo, and he said that he was ready to become the SmackDown champion, but the Bloodline came out, which is Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Fatu basically said, we both from the streets type shit, and then fucking, Priest was very, not moved. The New York nigga, we not moved by that shit. Fuck what you talking about. But then, they tried to attack Damian Priest, but LA Knight comes out for the save. And then now, after they laid out the Bloodline, then they challenged them to the match, which would eventually become the main event of the evening. At the end of that, Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, and Electra Lopez spoke with Los Garza, which is Angel Humberto, telling them keep an eye out on the Motor City Machine Guns because, they know that they're tagging with them tonight, but they just gotta make sure that they handle themselves. Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza versus DIY and Tommaso Ciampa, which is the tag team champions, and Pretty Deadly. At the end of this, you saw the Motor City Machine Guns pick up the victory over DIY and them. They actually got the pin on Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly was the one that lost the match, but all four of these teams deserve to be in the tag title hunt, and that's all I have to say about that. Matter of fact, what I also have to say is that DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, the 2 out of 3 falls match, if you are not a fan of them right now, if you're one of those, the crowd goes mild, or fucking you don't like the way that they do things, then, you know what I mean? It's just not going to, this match is going to change your opinion on all 4 of these men. And it's going to probably a show-stealing match. Not that it's going to steal the Royal Rumble. What I'm saying? That's kind of hard. But, with the talent that these 4 have, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good ass match. Yeah, man. The Bloodline at the end of that match walked around backstage looking at the WWE Tag Team Champions DIY, giving them a brief stare down, and then they freaking argued with Pretty Deadly, and then they said that they would be on their own tomorrow. So don't expect Pretty Deadly to come out and interfere in the match. Don't expect the Legado del Fantasma to come out and interfere in that match. It's 2 out of 3 falls. Like I said, that match might steal the damn show. Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, and Tyrese Halliburton, of all people, analyzed the events of the kickoff show that happened earlier that day. And then there was a video package that seen Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes hyping it up for the ladder match. Liv Morgan and Naomi 1-on-1. And the thing about this one is that Naomi does pin the former women's world champion, Liv Morgan, but they get attacked at the end of the match. And Raquel Rodriguez power bombs Morgan onto Belair and Naomi, like just absolutely destroying them, getting ready for their Royal Rumble. Hopes and dreams. So like all 4 of those ladies are going to be in the Royal Rumble, so it's going to be good to see. Then they showed a video package of Jacob Fatu destroying the fuck out of Braun Strowman on Saturday night's main event, hyping him up even more. The match that was set up earlier in the night, which was Andrade versus Miz. This was a really good match. It was a great Andrade match. The Miz actually showing his worth being on SmackDown, elevating another superstar but Andrade hitting that spinning back elbow. That elbow is fucking ruthless. So that's going to be the gist of that. Damian Priest then was walking around backstage. He was confronted by Santos Escobar, and then he tried to talk to him about like probably potentially joining Legado del Fantasma. But you know, Damian Priest is done with that Judgment Day shit. He's done with teaming up shit. He's done with all that bullshit. He just wants to be on his own by himself. Escobar told him that he'll see him around, and then freaking R-Truth comes and then confused about why you know, these SmackDown superstars are on Monday Night Raw, not knowing that he's on SmackDown. LA Knight then came because he was going to tag with Damian Priest to go against the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. And, you know, R-Truth being R-Truth, Truth doing some stupid ass shit. Tiffany Stratton then came out and she was walking around backstage. Zelina Vega ran into her and basically saying that she's going to win the Royal Rumble match and challenge Tiffany Stratton. And even if she doesn't, that she's going to end up seeing Tiffany Stratton for the title one day. And then Stratton basically told Zelina to focus on winning the goddamn Royal Rumble. So then Pat McAfee and Michael Cole interviewed Tiffany Stratton in the middle of the ring, and Stratton basically said she doesn't give a shit about who's going to be freaking winning the Royal Rumble because it's Tiffy time. And Candice LeRae came out, called Stratton pathetic for betraying her and Nia, and you know, it was like getting in an exchange of heated words until Nia Jax attacked Tiffany Stratton from behind and absolutely fucking destroyed her with the Annihilator. Annihilated the shit out of that motherfucker. So, you know, Nia Jax stands tall, who is possibly the favorite of winning the Women's Royal Rumble match, as long as she doesn't get jumped again, because anytime Nia Jax goes into the Royal Rumble, my shorty gets jumped. So she gets tossed right over the top. 8,000 people fucking tosses her stupid ass over the top. So it's over. It's done. It's over for that. All right, main event time. We got LA Knight versus Damian Priest. We got LA Knight and Damian Priest versus the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. This was a really hard-hitting physical type match, but at the end of the day, Damian Priest and LA Knight does defeat the Bloodline here. But what is the outlier of this is that freaking Jacob Fatu attacks Priest from behind and hits him with the biggest Samoan drop, and then the BME, the best moonsault ever. Like, he just going crazy, like, you know, and he destroys Damian Priest, and then the show ends just like that. Yeah, man. So that was a Friday Night SmackDown in a nutshell. You know, we're very geared up, ready for the Royal Rumble match. Like, again, the Royal Rumble today at 4 p.m. It's going to be the pre-show, but at 6 it's going to start, 6 p.m. Eastern time. The 4 matches that's in the cards right now, it's, card subject to change and stuff like that. But like I said, the matches that you got to look is the WWE Tag Team Championships, which is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, are on the line. 2 out of 3 falls. DIY, Motor City Machine Guns. It's a match that you guys should be paying attention to at present. And then also the WWE Championship match in a ladder match. Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. Too much bad blood going on all the way dating back since Cody and Roman and everything of that nature. You got both the men's and the women's Royal Rumble match. Who is going to win? So much mystery behind. And yeah, man, that's going to be it for the Royal Rumble. In case you missed it, they also had a bunch of other wrestling that was going down on a bunch of wrestling that was going down on the same time as Friday Night SmackDown. CMLL had Vienna's Spectacular. They had that going on. So if you want to go watch that, you got to check out CMLL.com to go peep that out. GCW also had a Up All Night pay-per-view kind of thing. So you could check that out on Internet Wrestling TV. And then also Revolver Square Game results, as well as Myron Reed versus Trey Miguel, Steve Macklin versus Paul Walter Hauser, who's the comedian and everything like that. I could just give you like the gist of it. I'm just gonna give you the results real quick. Gringo Loco versus Jake Christ. I haven't seen Jake Christ in a while, so that's pretty crazy. But Gringo Loco defeats him. First Class, AJ Francis, Casey Navarro, and Rich Swann defeats BDE and Alpha Sigma. Brent Oakley and KC Jacobs, they defeat them handedly. You had Bullet Club's Ace Austin losing to Masha Slamovich in a crazy effort. Tommy Dreamer defeated Damian Chambers. Wrestling Revolver Remix Championship Scramble match, which featured Cash Jackson defeating Dex Royal, Braden Lee, Jeffrey John, Dark Pledge, Leon Ruffian to win the vacate. Leon Rufin, Aja Smith's husband, to win the vacant Wrestling Revolver Remix Championship. So, Steve Macklin had a fight with Paul Walter Hauser, who the comedian that's turned pro wrestler. You see him on MLW nowadays. And then obviously you had the main event, which is the Wrestling Revolver World Championship, which Myron Reed, the champion, walking in and walking out, defeating one Trey Miguel. That match was definitely a banger. So just a few things that's on the docket out there for you to go ahead and watch. Yeah, man. So I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm actually gonna be driving down to meet up with one of our own, John Wamsley, and we're gonna go experience the Royal Rumble together. So I got a drive to catch. I got a ride to catch. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be on the lookout for me and potentially John talking about the Royal Rumble results after the fact. It's going to be posted on tomorrow in the day. So again, thank you for everyone that listens to this, all 7 of you. Please like, share, subscribe. It's going to be on YouTube, so that way you can like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that I'm going to be posting every day. I do have the SoundCloud, Three Faces of Jamal. If you want to support Three Faces of Jamal, just go to any Three Faces of Jamal, anything, and just like, share, subscribe, please. It helps me immensely. And then obviously tomorrow I'm also going to be talking about my pro wrestling journey and how that's going, being that I have to go back to wrestling school on Monday. So yeah, my body's not gonna be ready for that. It's gonna take like 6 to 8 weeks for my body to acclimate to the shit anyway. So, but yeah. So for everybody that's been supporting me, thank you, gracias, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys on the next one, and peace.